There's all areas pass to the British pop supergroup.
Hi, we're One Direction. G'day Australia, we're One Direction and we're here in London, the home of the X Factor. I'm Liam.
I'm Louis. I'm Niall.
I'm Zayn.
I'm Harry and we're One Direction and we're with Luke watching a very special episode of The X Factor.
That's right, guys. I'm going to be chatting with One Direction. We've got some questions from you. I've got some questions myself and it's going to be amazing. Don't miss it.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
When I first auditioned for The X Factor, I was 16. I was at school and I was working part-time in a bakery.
What are you doing here today?
I've always wanted to audition, but I've always been too young.
I just remember kind of being so intimidated.
And what are you going to sing?
I'll do Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder.
OK, good luck. And you'll be happy to hear that I'm going to say yes.
Thank you.
When I got through, I remember I was kind of relieved. And I just remember thinking, I just don't want to go to school and say that I didn't get through.
17-year-old Zayn.
My mum had told me I could sing, so I just wanted to go and get an answer from somebody else.
That's it, guys. Really, really sorry.
I didn't really expect to get through as a solo artist. I didn't rate myself like that high.
You've got it in your head now that you want to go as far as possible, and it's not just a bit of fun anymore. So that's the most difficult stage to get knocked out, really.
You've gone to all this hard work and then you're just going to have to go home and tell everyone that you weren't going through. I think that was the main kind of brunt of it.
We've decided to put you through.
It was so exciting because the fact that we got put into a group was like this massive twist.
I was just getting ready to go home, and then obviously when we got the second chance, it was cool.
We went backstage and we stood in a circle and we went, right, how are we going to dress? And how naive we were.
1 minute we're a solo artist and the next minute we've been put into a group with guys that we don't even know, and you know, we're performing in front of people like Simon Cowell, so we've got massive pressure.
I looked at them and I thought, yeah, you really look like a proper group. And I'm just sitting there thinking, please be good, please be good.
Nothing's fine, I'm told. You're a little late. I'm already told.
Within about 10 seconds, I got goosebumps. I thought, they're not good, they're fantastic. But I kept a very stony face.
The first live show was the most nerve-wracking before we went out. And then it turned into, instead of us getting really nervous, we just loved being on stage. Every time we were on, we loved it, and every time that we came off, we'd be absolutely ecstatic from being on. Us to walk out and be like, see all these girls at the gate was kind of scary because obviously we'd never experienced anything like that before.
Oh my God.
We went back home and we went to each of our hometowns, which is really near the final.
And you know what?
That's the moment where you think, this is actually getting a little bit serious now.
When we got to the final, we were like, we want to win this.
If you get that far in the competition, you'd want to win.
We got kicked out and we came third. At the time, we were massively disappointed.
We wanted to win so much.
All I can say is, this is just the beginning for these boys.
The next day, Simon called us into the Sony offices and we signed a contract. So that was crazy.
Life has completely changed since the X Factor, obviously for the better. It's such an amazing experience and platform because who gets those opportunities?
Like before, you didn't really look past the weekend, but now, you know, we've just done diaries for 2014 and 15.
Johnny was on tour with us when we were in Australia, and just a genuine nice guy.
It was nice to have Johnny supporting on the show. It was great, and we just hope you had a great time.
I used to watch the show every year with my family. I was watching the final one year with my mum, and I just remember saying I'd love to just have a go at it.
Just go for it, because there's always that little chance that you get through, and, you know, if you do get through, it's going to be massive for you. People like Alexandra Burke, Leon Lewis that have come out the show, they're extraordinary, and I think that's amazing that a show can take someone from being such a normal space of life to, you know, out there.
Leona Lewis, who we've met a couple of times. Liam has a bit of a crush on her, to be honest. He's got a phenomenal voice.
This was a partnership. It was only going to work if we listened to each other. It wasn't about me making them do things they were uncomfortable with. They listen to me, and more importantly, I listen to them.
Simon's actually a really good mentor. He's still a great mentor now. He actually popped into the studio the other week, which is a bit of a surprise, when we were recording the new album. And you still get that same sort of nervous feeling like when we were playing the stuff to him that we've been singing, just hoping that he'd like it sort of thing. So nothing's changed really, I suppose.
When we came third, we were obviously disappointed because we wanted to win. Since the show's gone past, we just don't regret a thing. I think it's only natural that you'd want to win. We were really disappointed that we didn't, but obviously now we wouldn't change anything.
British boy band One Direction has arrived to the frenzied screams of Sydney fans.
It was my only dread of seeing them. You see them and you just want to cry all the time. They just make you feel happy. I didn't know what was going on. It was just girls lined up everywhere.
The reception from our fans was just incredible. We had people following us around literally everywhere, and news crews in helicopters. It was pretty insane.
We did Sunrise. From that point on, it kind of just seemed to get crazier and crazier.
It was just insane. It was one of the most craziest places that we've been to.
If you ever get the chance to just stand in front of a sea of people, it's just amazing. I've got a picture of it on my phone.
The boys certainly made the most of their time down under.
Enjoying Sydney?
Yeah, lovely.
And with tickets to their concert selling out in a record 3 minutes, it was the truly die-hard who were treated to some spectacular performances.
We played a few shows and the Australian fans were amazing. You know, the girls are crazy. They're so loud.
Me and the boys were talking about the other day, we literally cannot wait to come back to Australia. It's just amazing.